We talked about citizenship education and the relationship with human rights education, with democracy, also democracy at school, for example, with a school parliament. And we talked about teachers' empowerment in improving teachers' education, and also using best practices, for example, websites a couple of countries make. So there's a lot to learn from each other, and we will continue also during the May Council to elaborate on the issue of de-radicalization.
The plan is to adopt this in time for the next meeting of education ministers at the end of May. We need to equip Europeans with the right skills at all levels of education and anticipate which skills will be needed in the future. The stakes are high. 20% of Europeans lack basic skills, reading and counting, and 40% of them have hardly any or no digital skills. Far too many young people drop out of school early. Our new skills agenda for Europe aims to tackle these challenges. Europeans need the right skills to be employable. These include a broader set of horizontal skills that education from early childhood to university should provide. We took forward our efforts to implement the commitments we made a year ago in Paris to promote our fundamental values and inclusion through education. This is a priority for me. As just the minister mentioned, today's meeting was a learning process where we learned from each other best practices and experiences. We heard very inspiring examples from France, the Czech Republic, and Spain on how to help young people use the internet in a critical way, on how to bolster citizenship education, and on how to empower teachers.
We plan to focus on several aspects. First, on increasing the level of skills in Europe. We want to help people to achieve at least the equivalent of an upper secondary qualification. Secondly, we want to increase the quality and the attractiveness of vocational education and training, making it indeed a first choice and not a second or a third option. And thirdly, we must ensure that qualifications are more easily comparable among European and even third countries. This is particularly relevant when it comes to the successful integration of migrants and asylum seekers.